Welcome back to Southern Iowa, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be doing some oats here today, and we're also going to be trying to tackle a fungicide program for our crops. Both of them are ready to go, so I'll be working on that. We got a freaky little rainstorm last night, which was basically like our own little personal rain cloud. I made it down that way, over this way, and back up here. When I turned around at that end of the field, I looked over here at these beans. These are some beans that I planted for Jim and Andrew after the cutting of hay, and this wall of water was just coming at me. So we got rained out last night. So this morning, little May, get away from it. This morning I had things to do, wouldn't due to patch responsibilities. We worked on all of our patch chores this morning. But if you can see the remnants of a raccoon right there. Start off this video with a little bit of a story. When I was a kid, I was traumatized by a flying raccoon. If you roll in that, you're gonna be pinned outside. My dad had a Massey Ferguson combine. Come on, little mate, come here. Too many dogs. This is why I'm leaving you guys at home when I got a lot of things to do. I saw a meme the other day that said, dogs will slow you down, but maybe that's the point. It's pointing right now. Back to the Massey Ferguson deal. My dad went to start up the combine one day, and they were a lot smaller than this, and it had basically 3 beaters on the back of it made out of a hard rubber strap that almost looked like the band of a tire. And I was standing quite a ways away from it or whatever, but he engaged the separator, and thump, 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 thump. Out comes parts of a raccoon, and it got slung at me. I was dodging bits of raccoon, and that one there must have decided to sleep in the Motel John Deere and had a rude awakening call. Harvesting these, you can see the amount of green that's underneath it. That's because there's a seeding actually there, so I don't have the head riding on the ground. They seeded clover, orchard grass, and probably timothy would be my guess. Maybe brome, I don't know. It's grass. But I'm just running the cutter bar right over the seeding, which doing pretty decent for oats this year. And then the seeding's already in there. I've had trouble with this stuff like this in the past, so that's why we're starting to do it the opposite way. Do fall seeding, so we'll be seeding here shortly. Get a little bit better yielding oats and hopefully a nicer stand of seeding, but plus you can harvest the straw, so to each their own when it comes to doing this stuff. So this little sliver there finishes up this field. Got 2 20-acre patches to do, so first 20-acre patch is a check mark. We'll go take the head off, go move down the road, and try and knock out the next 20-acre patch. Then oats are done, and then we go spray fungicide. Head off and head out to the next one. So we're hooked up and picked another one. This is the other issue with having your seeding in there, and these are shorter oats and they're standing nice, but you end up with like green stuff in there, and that'll sweat. So you really got to put air onto these things. And we got a wagon. Puts us in business. It's kind of cool. It's also pretty nerve-wracking. Right on that fine line between cutting just enough oats and cutting a whole bunch of green and bringing the green into the combine. I really don't feel like unplugging my feed accelerator again for the 15th time. Third time, technically. It would be the third time. Or if I'd done it 3 times. No, I've only done it twice. No, I think I've only done it twice so far during oat season. So Andrew's shuttling with wagons because it's where they're going, easier to get into with wagons. We'll get it done. I think there's maybe 30 acres here. I'm at 22, so probably we'll be able to hold it all in between what he gets off of this time and then this combine. It'd be nice if I could get the combine empty, that way I can head down the road. Oh man, what are you doing out there? Well, we made it, but we didn't get the combine empty, so we're leaving it in the field for the night. Get it tomorrow. See you in the morning. Yeah, so last night, with Molly's help, we were able to put the rear boom onto the sprayer. And as I get this thing loaded up here this morning, I wanted to chat with you guys about what fungicide we were spraying this year and why I've chosen to spray Miravis Neo again. Talk about the benefits that we're looking for to apply our fungicide. I'll get loaded. See you back here in a second. So guys, we are about 2 weeks since our actual last application, or our application on the corn here with Miravis Neo. We have chosen to use Miravis Neo because it has 3 modes of action. One of them is, well, the big one's the ADEPIDYN technology, which is an SDHI. We are going to be able to hopefully keep these plants really green and really healthy later in the season. Pump a bunch of test weight into our corn. With the rain, it's a rainy day today, and if I haven't mentioned, like I said, we're about 2 weeks since, 2 to going on 3 weeks since our application here. Our plants are still extremely healthy. It's like there's kind of an ear leaf, and if we look at this ear leaf here, there's nothing on these plants. I mean, we are healthy plants. If we look down, we're maybe starting to work our way up a little bit into the canopy, but we're still very, very green. And if we pull back an ear here, we can look at it. Are we gonna have great corn this year? I don't know, but I think that that's gonna make some really good corn. So the big one that we're not seeing right now, and really thankful that we're not seeing, is tar spot. We're also protecting ourselves against northern corn leaf blight, which I was really thinking that we were gonna start to really see some pressure in these corns from that hurricane system that came up through. But we're staying clean, we're staying healthy, we're staying green. And so now the question is going to be, what is the big ROI for us this year? Well, over the last 6 years, there's been 117 field size trials that showed a 12.8 bushel advantage when applying Miravis Neo over untreated corn. And I think we're going to see that again this year. We've got good growing conditions, our plants are healthy, and we're obviously catching a little more rain. So let's go check out the soybeans and see how healthy they are about, again, 2.5 weeks after our application of Miravis Neo. So then at my shop here, here's some of my soybeans that I'm really excited about. We're protecting them against a lot of stuff. The big one for us that we're trying to protect against is Frogeye Leaf Spot. That's a major yield robber for us. However, it will also help protect against Anthracnose, Asian soybean rust, Frogeye Leaf Spot, Powdery Mildew, and white mold. But we have a really good application on here. We might come back in if we continue to get a little bit of rains. We've got about an inch of rain here. Maybe give that soybeans another little shot of fungicide and another round of some foliar fertilizer. Because if you're looking at our plants here, I mean, there's like, they are just absolutely beautiful looking soybeans. Laid down a little bit from the rain last night, but they are potting up amazingly. I think I'm setting myself up to beat my soybean yield record this year. And in 31 field trials, between field size trials in between 2021 and 2022, in terms of ROI, soybeans that were sprayed with Miravis Neo saw a 3.1 bushel advantage over soybeans that were not sprayed with Miravis Neo. So I am very happy with the performance. I am very happy with the plant health. Got good things to say. So we will be checking in again on our applications of Miravis Neo and late season health here, and then also when we take it to yield. But before then, we will be at the Farm Progress Show, and I'll be going in and out of the Syngenta booth. So maybe I'll catch some of you guys there. We're excited. Oh, back to spraying. My rear boom has issues, so we are coating the sprayer right now. Gonna hose it off immediately after this. This is what I'm going back to beans after this, and I'll figure out the rear boom then. So spraying's done. Believe it or not, it's kind of hard to judge your distance without the head on. But we're working on moving out of here now. I did get my dotes tested yesterday, and I forgot to tell you guys that. Is that I got them tested, and they were just shy of 37-pound oats, which is good oats for us, at 11.5% moisture. So happy with that. Happy with that oats. But that ends oats here. We're gonna take this to the shop so that it can probably get power washed, and it's time to have its oil changed and get it geared up for harvest, which will be here before we know it. So that way, one of the things off the to-do list is get this combine ready to go for harvest. So everything's moved back. Andrew's just about to have the last of the oats hit. I think we're on to our next adventure.